that one hit hard. Congratulations again, Laurel. We have a few more to go, but raise your hand if this is your first LSW dinner. So you're new to this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to LSW's Impact in Action, to being able to see literally a screenshot of the work that these men and women do day in and day out to produce countless stories like this one. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Okay, so this next award is one of my absolute favorites, which is kind of hard to pick a favorite when they're all kind of so great. But I will say it's arguably my favorite guiding principles. I did tell you I helped them with the guiding principles, right? Did I mention that? Okay. Student first. And you can probably imagine why this is my favorite when I explain what LSW means by student first. To LSW, student first means that they believe that every decision should start with student success in mind. They foster student empowerment in the educational process while still committing to recognize students as individuals and prioritizing their distinct needs, interests, and goals over all other factors. Wouldn't every student be successful if an organization focused that way, huh? Charles and David, please come to the stage and share more about our Student First awardee.
Well, thank you, David. Thank you all for coming. As you all know, or may not know, next week is National Volunteer Appreciation Week. LSW is fortunate to have hundreds of volunteers who help us build capacity and reach folks with 101 instruction at many of our locations.
In your program, you can find a list of volunteers who are celebrating notable service anniversaries this year. We could not do this work without volunteers. As a coordinator at our Milwaukee County Jail location, I know that we could not do all that we do without our volunteers. Tonight, I am thrilled to recognize one of the many volunteers who supports our students at the jail. Please look to the screens to learn more about our Student First awardee.
So I started tutoring when I was living in Chippewa Falls, and they have the Chippewa Valley Literacy Program up there, and I started probably 20 years ago. We lived up there from 2000 to 2010.
She was one of those that always, if something needed to be done and they needed help, she was willing to do it.
And then after a couple of years, they asked me if I'd be willing to go to the Chippewa County Jail. And I said, okay.
Some people, the idea of working in a jail or a prison can be intimidating.
So I did that for a couple of years, and then we moved down here.
Marcy started working at LSW about 10 years ago, initially in the Adult Basic Education program. When one of her students graduated to the GED program, she followed that student and became a tutor in the GED program, and then just stayed.
I love to read, and I just think everybody should be able to read. It's so important to any kind of success in your life, you know, education.
If she has a talent, she uses it. She loves to do it. She just likes getting out and meeting with people and, you know, providing them the service if she's able to.
When Literacy Services had received a grant to provide services in Milwaukee County Jail, we had some of our initial meetings. Marcy was able to share her experience of working in a facility like this. Because of who Marcy is, I think it just made people feel relaxed, and it made it feel like, okay, this is doable, this is okay. If Marcy can do it, I think I can do it too.
It's gratifying to me. I mean, I get as much out of it, if not more, than they do, because you feel like you're helping them, you know, do better with their situation.
I'll keep it honest, I did drop out at 9th grade. I stopped going to school, and I was telling her, we had talks about my personal life, like my kids and stuff, and I was telling her about how I wanted to get my GED so I could be a role model, even though I'm going through these situations, and she was just telling me that, yeah, keep going.
They have really accomplished something, and I'm always giving them praise and telling them what a wonderful thing they're doing.
Marcy is a big role in my achievements. I did language arts first. I passed language arts. Then I did social studies. And then I passed social studies down to science.
She loves seeing them achieve, you know, that she's making a difference. And that's important to her.
I want to do something different for my kids. I want to be the father that they look up to and see as a good person, a good role model. I would say every time, Daddy going to school, he getting his GED.
I like to say, I think we're put on earth to serve one another. We're not here to just take care of ourselves, but to serve others, and there's lots of ways you can do that. So this is one way that I'm doing that.
Marcy is unexpectedly unable to be here tonight. So I'm honored to welcome Earl, Marcy's husband, to come up to accept the award on her behalf.